we go. Hello. No, it must have just been that video that fucked the mic all up. I remember not to do that. Sorry about that. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we are going to see how to change my newest mod over to what you want. Let's say you've created a mod. You want to put this into your mod, a little Deathclaws and quest or whatever. You want to know how to do it. So the latest one I did was the release for Far Harbor. Now we're going to do Nukaworld. So this is the one that I want. It's the with textures. Find that on the Nexus mod. Here's the textures. Creation kit takes forever to start, so we'll just get that ready. All right. BA2 are the same. I just need the ESP. So we'll copy that because that'll be easier. It doesn't have a dependency. So we don't have to strip out the dependency. Go to my data folder, and then this is the Far Harbor version. So we're going to overwrite this, paste, replace. Now when Creation Kit loads up, it won't see that dependency anymore. I'll load it up quick. Check that out. All right. So I've already done Far Harbor. Now I need to do Nukaworld. So you load up Creation Kit. You go to Data. You don't have to double click that if you if you're loading up mod. All right, the mod I'm looking for is the Deathclaws. See, it doesn't have another dependency. So you make sure that's your active file, set as active, and then we're going to go up to Nukaworld. Let me double click that. Now I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I have Core i7, and I have what, 3 programs open. It's Chrome. So let's see how long this takes. It is 10:29. That one's set as active. Okay. And if you only got 8 gigabytes of RAM, then your computer's going to be right now. You only have a Core i5, your computer's going to be roaring right now. It's all right. Just don't touch anything. Creation kit's just the phone book. Right now, all the phone numbers are being put in its pages. Without it being loaded in right next to the game, it ain't nothing. It's just an empty book. It's just pages. Yeah, I got a like already. Check that out. Thank you for tuning in, whoever you are. All right, it's been about 2 minutes. This thing's still loading. Could take a long time. Could load up pretty quick. There we go, 2 likes. All right. So basically an overview of what we're going to do is we're going to open up the quest. We're going to go into the reference alias locations. We're going to change the reference alias locations in the quest to new places where we know things will spawn. If you want to make it hard, you put it on the boss chest. If you want to make it easy, you put it on the map marker. So I'm just going to put them on the map marker for now, and then figure out what location is where, and then what, you know, would be fun. Because I can't even think of the locations in Nukaworld to use right now. So we're basically spawning in a raider, and hoping something doesn't kill it before the player finds it. Doesn't matter if they find a dead body, though. They're just players just looking for loot. They'll find stuff to kill along the way, I'm sure. So if you want to make this for your world, your world would have to be a master. Load this file in. you know your locations already. You would just go into the reference alias locations and make them spawn on your locations. And then if you have a boss chest, you would change the reference alias from the map marker to the boss chest. That would make the adventure either easier or harder. You can also go in and pick a specific marker or chest or whatever for your reference alias. So you can choose wherever you want these things to spawn. But the point in doing it through lists and not the render window is if you have a lower end machine, you can still get a lot done and never have to load anything into the render window and take up those, 8 gigabytes of RAM that it takes to run their render window. $10.35. This would actually be faster if you did it through Xedit, I bet. So in Xedit, you would pick this same file, the one with the textures. You would add the dependency, and then you would open up the quest, and it's just like a file tree. You would trace the quest down to the reference alias and change that to a specific marker that you want. Just change the location to a specific location. Let it be the map marker. That's how you customize this thing. Pretty easy. It's going to take longer to load up Creation Kit than it is. So here we are, 8 minutes into loading. And I just want to show how long it can take to load sometimes too. See down at the bottom, it tells you what it's doing too when it's loading stuff. It says finish validating forms. That's usually where it hangs up and it just stays there for a long time. Just for no reason, pops in. It's going to take forever. Thought it was going to be a quick load this time, but nope. I'm streaming at the same time. It's Maybe a little bit longer, I guess. Should have pulled up Task Manager first. I think I have a couple videos on having Task Manager open and trying to load Creation Kit back on my other machine. My other machine is it's got 16 gigabytes RAM too, but it's Core i5 Alienware. So what do you think my project next should be? Thinking about keep going with quests. Just try and get the Radiant quest perfected. Make a better default Radiant quest. It's take almost 10 minutes to load now. Alright, it is 10:41 and Creation Kit has loaded. Yes. Alright. If you've chosen to manipulate one of my mods, what you do is you come over here to the filter and you type in A and O. You'll see all the stuff that I added. If I had to give something an ID, I always put that at the start. So as you can see in this mod, we got a bunch of crap to make shit happen. So you got your object mods somewhere. You got your level list. You got your people. You got your material swaps. All that fun stuff. Your trash can full of stuff. Got your miscellaneous mods. Your like the world equivalent of your object mods. You got your weapons. And that's your COs, constructible objects. It's basically the formulas and the workbenches. And today we're working with the quest. So you can go in, whenever you make a new one of these, you won't have all these tabs. You have to, give yourself the name and all that kind of stuff, and then hit OK, and then open it back up. Because basically a quest is writing a script on the ESP, though. It doesn't write a script until you actually make script fragments. So here you go. I have run on start, and then I have press start stage, and then I changed run on start to 10 for some reason, but it's working, so whatever. So we set objective displayed because we don't need to set stage. That checkmark does it. Your first objective, of course, is the first raider. Is the Deathclaw crap. And he is a reference alias collection. The game puts its references in aliases. I don't know why it treats them like an extra actor or whatever. It's beyond an extra actor. It's an extra card. It needs to be filled in. The card either looks like this or it looks like that. But there's also one of these. So there is a difference between what you can do with a reference alias collection and what you can do with a reference alias. So for instance, and this is a good example of what's going on, how this quest is happening. So when the quest starts, it's calling for a reference to a location. The tablet is filled in, and in this case, it's hardware down. We're going to change that today to Nukaworld. So we're going to go up to DLC and look for location we know has a map marker. So Adventure Safari, Welcome Location Center. So we know that has a map marker. Just hit OK. So the location is called for by the reference alias. So right now you just told the script, hey, this is a location. And then you tell the script, hey, we're going to make a reference to this location. All right, so it runs better when you hit allow reuse and quest, optional, allow disabled. You know, just hit all that stuff because it just makes the game run better, even if you know it's going to be enabled. Just hit that stuff anyway. So here's where you fill in your reference alias location. And this is where you can change it to either the map marker or the boss. So this drop down list gives you a bunch of crap. And if this type of reference isn't in that location, then this won't fill and your collection won't spawn. So this has to be something that you know will fill in. So we're just going to put map marker type. So we know there's a map marker. All right, and I don't know, I like to do forced. I'm not exactly sure what the difference between forced and exported is. I think this should be exported because we're referencing something else. Forced is when you do a specific reference, but I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, hit OK. And then this is where you can have things spawn. This is what you put your spawn, like what you want to spawn. See? Create reference to object. I don't know why temporary is checked. But I don't know. I don't think that matters. This is one easy. We want it very hard. All right. You want it at your reference alias. Okay. So this is your map marker. Right. You don't want to put it on your location or anything like that. It only gives you so many that you can do it. This won't give you. Excuse me. This will not give you a list of collections. So that's the difference between a reference alias collection, or at least one difference. Of course, you want to click allow reuse, optional, allow dead, allow disabled, so that all of the markers get filled in and done. So this is what spawns. It's the guy that I made over here. So we're on number 1, so that's the first guy that spawns. Now that we have him in the quest, we can affect his inventory, we can affect his keywords, we can give him spells, we can add factions to him. We can give him some packages like follow player, whatever. You can give him links. So, like, if you want to use a quest to fill in settlers that are linked to workshop, that's how you would do that. You would have to make the workshop an alias. You would pick the workshop link keyword or whatever it is. Might be workshop item, I don't know. And, okay, so here's your scripts. You can do all kinds of crazy things with scripts. If you know how to write scripts, this, you know, the window that you're looking for. What we have here today in this one is the default collection alias when activate. The problem with this script is it only works once, which is fine for this quest. If you want to make a radius repeating quest, you won't be able to use this. But this quest is fine. So whenever you touch the guy, living or dead, whenever you activate him, it'll set the stage to 20, which will turn off the quest marker, you know, and all that stuff. Set the next quest marker. Blah blah blah. So that's how that works. If you go over here at the stages, all right, we would move from set objective displayed 10 to set objective completed 10, set objective displayed 20, and then if you want to do your magic scripting in there, like add messages or whatever you want to do, go for it. Give them caps, blah blah blah. And the objective 20 is the reference alias collection O2, of course. So right now, our reference location O2 is still Libertania. We gotta change that. So without ever using the object window, we can make things spawn Nukaworld. So we're going to pick the junkyard location. Okay. All right, we're going to change this to map marker, because before in the quest put you in a basement. Boss container, map marker reference type. Okay. It's our guy we're having spawn. This is our next location. So we're going to change that to Nukaworld. DLC Cafe. All these guys are probably going to be dead by the time the player gets to them. Okay. Boss container, we want to change to map marker. We can test it later if we want to make it harder. We can change it to boss container. MA, enter. It automatically does it. Show your check marks are good. It's a map marker, so make sure you're not trying to put anything in the inventory or change packages. You just want that for the reference. All right. I want to see if this guy is spawning at a high enough level for this area. If this guy's on easy, I need to change it. See, he's on easy. Let's change him to very hard. Okay, and I was given too much loot before, so I'm gonna get rid of that guy's extra inventory. All right, here's the next location. DLC Wild Wild West location. Yeah, it's fine. It's already set up for the map marker. Check your raider. See what level he's spawning at. Is it easy? I went very hard. Let's remove this as well. Because we already put his inventory on his actual player. On his actual character, I mean. Alright. Forced salvage yard. Change this to the DLC. If I put him in Galactic Zone, he's gonna die. I'm gonna put him in Galactic Zone. Those robots will kill him. That's fine. Alright, map marker. We know he'll spawn with that. Check his level. He's on easy. Change that to very hard. Okay. Okay. Save it. Get back into the quest. Alright. We are at... Alright, we did the Galactic Zone. We changed him to Public Library. Change this to Nukaworld. Funhouse? Fizz-Top Mountain. Fizz-Top Mountain. Haven't done Fizz-Top yet, right? Done the Junkyard, Welcome Center. Cappy's, Cafe, West, Galactic Zone. Yeah, Fizz-Top's okay. That's the last one. That's the map marker. And we'll check his level. And after that, we're done. So all I needed to do. Change his level very hard. Okay. Okay. Save. See? Just adapted the mod to the DLC. Say you upload. Progress. Weapons. Great. And it does its thing. Somebody just subscribed. Thank you. Upload complete. So it took longer to load Creation Kit than it did to adapt the mod to your general purpose. Yeah, now you just test play. You know what? Let me turn off Creation Kit because I got recording software and everything else. So this is saved, right? Save. Exit. We'll give it a test play. I'll load up something that hopefully I have saved in Nukaworld, and we'll find out if the first location's good. Hey, I got people talking.
Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great...
Yes, Fallout 4 is easy. That's why we make mods. Because it's more fun to make mods than it is to play Fallout 4. Looks like I got several new ones. Alright, so this should load up. And the quest should start. Should spawn in all the raiders, but give you the marker for the first one. I think the only way to get the raiders to not spawn in all at once is to make separate quests. So to go through a longer drawn-out process, disabling all of them when they spawn, then having a way to re-enable them in the raid order. There we go. Request popped up. We're in Nukaworld. Creation Club stuff loaded too, so we have to wait for that. We have quest markers all around us. There we go. Let's go to our data. Turn Star Control off. Turn Cappy off. We're looking for Rogue Lab Rats. C, show one map. No, R. Boop. I don't see it. There's no marker on my compass either, so the first location I chose doesn't have a map marker. So let's look at the first location. We could wait to open up creation kit, or we could have a look at it in X-Edit. So X-Edit's much faster. So let's have a look at it real quick. Turn off all of this crap. We need Nukaworld. We don't need that. That. Okay. Why do I have 5 viewers? Just doing some creation kit stuff. It's unusual. Hi, people. Alright, so it's loaded up. So you have things placed in, you know, the dev room. So they're all placed objects, so nothing moved. That's good. Alright, there's some constructible objects. No dirty edits there. We do have one container. Miscellaneous items. Didn't change anything there. Material swaps. What's this? It's a duplicate. Why? That's fine. That could be a duplicate. Let's just change the name to duplicate. Players look good. Object mods look fine. I should really change the thing on that. Name them out more correctly. All right, here's your quest. Click on that. We look at our aliases. We're looking for location 1. It's 2. It's 1. Stages. Here's aliases. Alright. So this is where you would change it through X-Edit. If you wanted to change it through X-Edit. Safari Welcome Center. I'm sure there's a map marker to that. The quest started. The location probably got filled, but the map marker didn't get filled because there's not a map marker to it. I don't know. For some reason it didn't get filled, so we didn't get a map marker. Let's look at the objectives. Make sure it says. Yep, reference alias collection. 1. Yep, that's correct. So I don't see any dirty edits, and I don't see any problems with why this wouldn't be filled. I'd actually have to go into the game world and look to see if there is a map marker in that location. Or I can just change the location. But in X-Edit, you actually have to have the name of it rather than... See, there's no drop-down list. Locations. Oh, there is. Oh, they definitely improved this. Your cave location. All right, Control S. Okay. Close that out. Give it a test. Be silly if it's that much faster. Effects edit than creation kit. Took 9 minutes or more to load up creation kit, and I just did X edit that quick. Make sure I pick the one outside. I don't want to pick one inside and then not have the map available. Yeah, I was hoping just to do a short stream and have the first location work. Guess not. Does Bear Cave have a map mark? Here's your quest starting up. That's good. Let's give this a test. Alright, this is the debug test that I did. Each one of these claws has the script to progress the quest. So right now the quest is active, but the reference alias isn't being filled. So pick perfect. That one. Let's say the first one's complete, the second one's there. So we know the second location's good because we got a map marker. Neck marker surprisingly worked. Alright, so we know that second location's good. So let's test the third location, the debug. Just
yes.
And we don't have a map. So we know the third location's bad, but the second location's good.
Nice.
So we get another map marker, the fourth location's good.
Nice.
So the fifth location's good as well. We get a map marker.
Hell yeah.
And I picked up the wrong one, I guess. And ended the quest.
Perfect.
Oh no, the fifth one didn't have a map marker. We need to fix 5 as well. So, if you can do it so much faster in Xedit, then that's how you do it. Showed you how to do it. I can go back and fix this in my own time. Whenever I feel like it. Publish this version to Nexus to make sure cover all the bases. Wherever you want to play this mod, be available. Nukaworld, Bar Harbor, Commonwealth. You want to put it in your own world, whatever you want to do. It's a community resource now. Want to do that? Do that. I'm going to open up Creation Kit again, but I'm going to spare you the 10 minutes it will take to load this up. You guys keep gaming. So I think I might add something else into this version. I think I might add the ability to scrap the legendary Deathclaws and get all the mods out of it, so that you can attach it to whatever you want. So right now there's like a whole lot of loot, but not a whole lot of diversity, I guess. There's a good amount of diversity because you have 6 different combinations of damage. You know, the claws times 6 different claws, so that's 36 different combinations of a weapon that you can do. If I set it up right. So you should be able to do, you know, a fire claw, a lightning claw, and a poison claw. You know, right now it's just set up so you got 2 claws of the same damage type and then 1 that you can switch out. I can't change the texture too easily. If I did, it would be weird. It would be like half the claw would be red and half the claw would be blue. I don't think I could get it to be 1 claw red, 1 claw blue, because it just mirrors the texture. It doesn't actually have like an independent texture for each side of the claw. I would have to change the mesh somehow, and I'm not a skilled enough mod maker to change the mesh to totally different texture, so it doesn't mirror the different claws. It would be nice if you could have 3 slots on it, change it out, and do a texture swap whenever you change it out, so just that one texture claw would change. Yeah, I can only do that with a regular Deathclaw. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Creation Kit's going to take forever to start, so I'm going to end this. That's how you Creation Kit up this mod. Congratulations. You are now